Oh yeah! In today's episode, we're gonna find out who has the best caramel apple. Is it Knott's Berry Farm or is it Disneyland? And look, right behind me, low-key, it's Loki. That was so horrible. Well, it's showtime! Now, technically, we will not be going inside any of the parks today. We're gonna go to Marcelines, but check this out, Marcella Sweet. And this is her chalk animation there. It's pretty cool, look at that. The detail. The only sad thing is it's starting to sprinkle. Hopefully it doesn't sprinkle any longer and ruin this beautiful piece of art. I mean, look at the detail in that pie. Now, outside of Marcelines, there are 4 other locations that you can get the caramel apples that we'll be getting today. We're gonna go grab a peanut apple and a specialty apple from both parks, but the other 4 locations, that you can get apples. 2 locations in Disneyland is going to be on Main Street at the Penny Arcade and at the very back at Pooh's Corner. Now you have 2 locations, or is it 1 location inside of DCA? I think it might, no, 2 locations. So one's going to be Bing Bongs in the Pixar Pier, and the second one, is going to be in the main entrance on the right side next to the Clarabelle's ice cream shop. Now, sad news for all, Tortilla Joe's will be closing to bring something new here. My mom just asked, and they extended it. They will be closing April 7th. So you know what? We'll definitely have to come do a video here at Tortilla Joe's to say goodbye. Now, on this caramel apple challenge, we're also going to be comparing the price points and the taste to find out which apple is the best. We arrived at our destination here at Marcelines Confectionery. And did you know Marcelines was the name of Walt Disney's hometown? Now, one thing to keep in mind about both of these parks when comparing these apples, they both make them fresh and you can actually watch them. Walk them. Waka, waka, waka. Look, she's making a Grogu. They are so good at what they do. And right here is the caramel machine. Knott's Berry Farm has a caramel machine. And these are their specialty apples. As you can see in the back, they do make them fresh. And then they put them over there for packaging. Let's go inside. Now, it is morning, so it's probably not going to be busy. So I don't think we need to take a number right now. But later on in the day, you would. There's my mom. Now, let's look at the apples and compare the prices. So you have the regular apple for $6.99, you have the peanut caramel apple for $7.99, and the specialty apples are going to be anywhere from $12.99 to $13.99. And look at this new specialty one, a Minnie Mouse caramel apple made with M&M's, milk chocolate, and candies. Let's grab that specialty one and that peanut caramel. And Easter's around the corner, so they do have some Easter stuff. Look at this. They got for better lack of words, a bunny butt. And here are the apples that we grabbed from Marcelines. Now, the one on the left is the caramel one. As you can see, there is a lot of caramel, and they did pack on the peanuts. The one on the right is the specialty one. One thing to know about the specialty ones, that the base is caramel, and then it is covered with chocolate. It looks like a white chocolate, and then they put all the trimmings on top. I don't know why that I struggled so hard on those words. Now, it is starting to sprinkle, but Californians would call this a downpour. Now we have to head over to Knott's Berry Farm before they close. Hopefully they don't close, because the slightest little bit of rain, Knott's Berry Farm closes. But we're going from a place that does take cash to a place that is cashless. Personally, I like to be able to hold my cash so I can see my cash dwindling visually. I feel like I can save my money more that way when I have my money in my hands and I visually can see it. When it's in my bank account, I can swipe, bro. It's just a number, you know what I mean? You're just like, what do you guys think? Are you a cash person or a cashless kind of person? Comment down below, but time to throw this hood on, get in the car, head down the beach boulevard to Buena Park, get in Knott's Berry Farm. Now, we have made it here to Knott's Berry Farm, and luckily it is still open. Now here at Knott's Berry Farm, there are actually 2 locations where you can get some caramel apples. Now the first location is going to be the outside, we're about to show you right now, here in the marketplace. And the second one's going to be on the inside in Ghost Town at the candy shop. As you walk towards the entrance of Knott's Berry Farm, right past the candy parlor, you're going to find the berry market. At the berry market, you can find a lot of really great items, but this is where you're gonna find some fresh fudge that they make daily and the caramel apples.
Enjoy your lunch. I'll see you later. Hello, welcome, guys.
Morning, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
See? And check out there the caramel apples. Now they have a sprinkled specialty, they have the peanuts, and they have the regular ones. One thing that's good about this place too, look, they still have some Christmas things, but is there fudge? If you are a fan of fudge, you can buy 4 squares and you get 2 free. Classic flavors are $4.99, premium flavors are $5.49. But look, 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 look. They even got some more delicacies. Now, I've never tried actually any of these up top. I know Janice Yamanaka has, and she says they're pretty good. But yeah, dude, if you're ever here in the berry market, definitely check some of these items out. I can highly recommend the fudge and the apple.
Hi. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Now, before we head out of the store, in the very back, you see to the right is kind of where we were just at. But I was looking back here at their muffins. As you can see, I believe it's new packaging. And I looked up and I saw these sugar cookie skillet cookie mixes. It comes with an actual skillet and it's pretty heavy. But look, dude, 75% off of $19.99. It's like $5-6. They have a sugar cookie one, and over here they have a chocolate chip one. So if you're a fan of Knott's Berry Farm, you want to make one single cookie, but you know the best thing is you get to keep the skillet 75% off right here in the back. Now that is the first location that you get caramel apples here at Knott's Berry Farm. Now it's time to head inside so you guys can see the second location. Let's head to the second location. We're gonna have to go through Ghost Town. And one thing about Knott's Berry Farm, on the off season, and especially when it rains during the off season, there's nobody, bro. I mean, it's 12 o'clock, and look at the entrance to Ghost Town. But one thing to keep in mind too, there is a lot of ride closures going on right now, and I think they're going to do it and try to get it up before the Boysenberry Festival within a week, hopefully. But I'm interested in seeing what they have in the Boysenberry Festival. Knott's Berry Farm should be dropping here shortly. If it's already not online, I'll definitely check that out and see if they have posted of some of the foods that will be at this year's Boysenberry Festival. You guys are in luck. Knott's Berry Farm has posted information on the Boysenberry Festival at knotts.com, and they are showing some foods. So I'm gonna make 2 videos today. There's my mom. There's my mom. So I'm gonna make 2 videos today. We're getting this video, who has the best caramel apple, and then I will do a video talking about the Boysenberry Festival. As soon as you pass this windmill, go ahead and go underneath this awning. We're gonna walk through right here, loving the music. There's nobody here at Knott's Berry Farm. I love the off season. And we're gonna hang a right. Let's walk down here past the Ghost Town Hall. And in the distance, you can see the candy store. This is the second location where you can snag a caramel apple. Let's go in the candy store. Now, one of my favorite things about the candy store is these almonds. They're $6 each, dude. Or you get 2 cones for 10 or 3 for 15. They also have the fudge here, but they're about to make the apples. So the apples aren't out yet, but they will be making the apples because they just opened up and they're gonna be fresh. Now, Knott's Berry Farm specialty apples are way different than Disneyland apples. Knott's Berry Farm has different kinds. They have a Butterfinger one, they have a Heath one, and I can't remember the other ones. I think they have a sprinkle one like we saw outside. They also have a chocolate M&M one. But let's wait a little bit to see if we can see some of those specialty ones that they have at the Ghost Town Candy Store. Just went back into the Ghost Town Candy Shop and the apples weren't quite up yet. So I asked them to see how long it would take. Their caramel is warmed up. I can get a peanuts or a regular caramel apple right now. For the specialty apples, I'm gonna have to wait about 45 minutes to an hour. They're still getting the chocolate melted and getting everything prepared. So I wanna make this a pretty even matchup if we're gonna find out which apple is the best. So instead of going outside to the marketplace just to grab one of those sprinkle apples and use that as a specialty, we're gonna wait till the kids get out of school to give the candy makers and chocolatiers or caramel apple tiers or whatever you want to call them, you know, workers, okay, we'll just call them workers, and give them enough time to make a proper specialty apple so we can pit Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm equally, so you guys know which one's the best. So instead of making two videos talking about the Boysenberry Festival, in the meantime right now, let's go ahead and go home and then give you that information about it. Now it's time to talk about the Boysenberry Festival. Let's go ahead and click more. Now Boysenberry starts March 8th and runs daily all the way through April 7th. Now after April 7th, it will only be on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, April 12th through the 28th. If you do want to read more about that detail right there, go down below in the descriptions and check out knotts.com. You can get a tasting card for $55. If you do purchase it online, you're going to save $3. They have hotel packages starting as low as $95, and they have a Boysenberry Festival bundle for $89. It's one single day admission to Knott's Berry Farm, regular parking, and 3 Boysenberry Festival food tastings, valid for items on the tasting card. So Berry Farm fun activities, if you've never been there. There's Mrs. Doolittle. What's up, Mrs. Doolittle? Hello. So you have the craft fair, you have the Boysenberry Fun and Games in the Calico Park, you have Old McDonald's Barn, check it out, you got Tied Up and Knott's at the factory store, which is going to be paintings, you got the history of Knott's Boysenberries at the town hall, you can make cookies in Ghost Town, and they got a pie eating contest. I haven't done a pie eating contest yet. I think I'm going to do it this year. And every single year I have this plan in my head, but I never go through with it. I think I'm going to do it this year. And down below, you got your live entertainment. You have your Not Preserved musical, which is going to be at night. You have your Riverboat's Revenge, which is going to be at the Birdcage Theater. Now, exclusive Boysenberry Festival food items. Let's click that and learn some more. Now, one thing that I do like about this year is we can see every single food item and drink that's going to be at every single location. So at the Wilderness Dance Hall, you're going to have a cucumber and boysenberry lemonade. You have a charcuterie board, a boysenberry cobbler, a blackened shrimp stir fry with lemon rice, and a boysenberry teriyaki sauce. You have a boysenberry barbecue chicken wings. Ooh, those wings are pretty good. And the boysenberry and parmesan polenta and roasted veggies and more. Now, Gold Mine Trail booth is going to have boysenberry layered no-bake cheesecake. They would have chicken tiki marsala with boysenberry curry sauce over steamed white rice. Boysenberry barbecue beef barbacoa. Barbacoa? What? On mac and cheese.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Mac and cheese and green beans? Come on, Knott. We just got done with the mac and cheese disaster of 2024. We should have left it at the peanut celebration. Why is it bleeding into the Boysenberry Festival? Why? They have a boysenberry pulled pork over pastel de elote, which is corn. At the Ghost Town Bakery, you got a cucumber and boysenberry lemonade, a boysenberry bundt cake, a lemon bar and boysenberry capote, a lemon and boysenberry gourmet cookie, a vegan boysenberry chia parfait, boysenberry chocolate stuffed cookie, and a warm spam musubi with a boysenberry soy sauce. Eva loves musubi. Don't know if she's gonna love the boysenberry sauce, but we can always say don't, get rid of the boysenberry sauce. Eva's gonna love that. Wilderness dogs. Wilderness dogs. For you guys, I'll say wilderness dogs, but I'd skip wilderness dogs altogether. So they have a boysenberry sausage on a hoagie with the boysenberry and sauerkraut slaw, a plant-based frank with the boysenberry mustard, and a vegan or gluten-free bun, a beef and chorizo boysenberry chili poutine with cheese curds. Beef and chorizo? What? Hey, the poutine. I'll give that a try. And they got a boysenberry and chocolate stuffed cookie. At Miner's Mac and Spuds. Miner Mac and Spuds. Those spuds are awesome. You got a berry mango smoothie. Yeah, dude. Smoothies. A double stuffed baked potato with boysenberry barbecue pulled pork. Let's go. And green onions. You got a potato and corn chowder with boysenberry crostini and a boysenberry drizzle brownie and boysenberry parfait. Dude, Miner Mac and Spud, I think that might be like one of the first spots I hit up. Prop Shop Pizzeria is going to have boysenberry sausage and hot honey pizza. Oh, that sounds pretty good. A ricotta and basil. With ricotta and basil, my bad. You have a caprese stuffed portobello with a boysenberry balsamic drizzle. Boysenberry layered no-bake cheesecake cup. Now, the no-bake cheesecakes, I no longer have seen it, but you were able to get it outside at the berry market. Actually, there might be some left in the general store. I digress. So let's get back. Silver Bullet Booth is going to have roasted vegetable lettuce wrap. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. With a boysenberry tahini sauce. They have a beef and chorizo boysenberry chili over boysenberry mashers. Right on. Boysenberry barbecue beef barbacoa on mac and cheese. We're not going to say any more about that. So Ghost Town Grove is going to have a mini funnel cake with boysenberry ice cream, powdered sugar brownie, and that boysenberry parfait. Chow House is going to have boysenberry lemonade and with mint, boysenberry gourmet cookie a la mode, boysenberry icy float, and a boysenberry soft serve and more. As we go down, the fun bun is back, people. Dance time. Fun bun. My fun bun is back. It's fun time and not very far for the berry festival. Fun bun. Fun bun. Sorry about that. I just really like the fun bun. Next to the fun bun is the boysenberry collector sipper cup. I don't know. I'm not into collecting like cups and popcorn buckets. The only popcorn bucket I ever got, well, 2 popcorn buckets I ever got was the Main Street one and then the Christmas one that spun around. That was pretty cool though. They have a boysenberry chicken tinga. Now the funnel cakes. These funnel cakes are looking promising, folks. Definitely looking promising. They have a boysenberry, strawberry, and Nutella funnel cake sandwich. They have a double stacked boysenberry icing birthday funnel cake and a banana pudding funnel cake with a boysenberry drizzle. Next, you have shrimp tots, deep fried shrimp over some tots. You have an elk burger. What, dude? They have a chicken mole fry. They have some beignets. They have a beef stroganoff and a pickle pizza. Sophia's gonna love the pickle pizza. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Everything I read, the Boysenberry Festival is looking very promising. Now that we're done talking about the Boysenberry Festival, it's time to get back to this apple challenge. So let's head to Knott's Berry Farm and pick up those apples. So we're back here at Knott's Berry Farm at the Ghost Town Candy Store, but unfortunately, they don't have any of the specialty caramel apples that we're used to. So usually the specialty caramel apples, you get like a Heath, they have Oreos, they have Butterfingers. So as you see right there, my mom's in there ordering right now, but I will say they make it fresh right there in front of you. That's what they're doing right now. But the only specialty one that they're able to make is one with sprinkles. So I don't know if it's fair to pit Knott's Berry Farm sprinkle specialty versus Disneyland specialty, but this is a specialty that is being made fresh. I mean, see, he's taking it out right there, and everything's being made fresh right now. See, he's opening it up, he's getting the caramel apple. So, I mean, that's one upside when you do buy an apple here at Knott's Berry Farm. See? He's making it pop fresh right there. Look at that. Fresh dipped caramel. They don't do that at Disneyland, but they do that here. So that's a plus. But see, they don't have any apples. But that's okay. That's okay. Now another thing Knott's Berry Farm offers that Disneyland does not offer, at this location, they will actually ask you if you would like your apple cut. Now, I don't believe they offer that outside at the berry market, but I know at Disneyland they won't even do that. But they do have a little trick that they told me at Disneyland, that you take out the little stick in the apple and you get one of the plastic knives and you send it down the middle and then cut it in half. I've tried that and I did put that on Instagram reel, and it was a pretty messy epic fail. But I mean, you try it, I mean, it's out there. It's a way to cut with a plastic knife if you're trying to cut your apple in half. But Knott's Berry Farm, they'll cut it for you. Here's Knott's Berry Farm's 2 apples that will be pitted against Disney's 2 apples. The one on the right is the peanut one. The one on the left is the sprinkles, you can see right there. Now we just want to give a shout out to Anthony because he actually wrapped this very well. I mean, because the caramel is hot, I'm telling you, made fresh, you guys saw it. But we have this one wrapped inside and he packaged it very nice. We have 2 of these bowls protecting the apple till we get home. So shout out to Anthony, bro. Really appreciate your attention to detail to make sure that we get home safe with these apples. In my hands, we finally have Knott's Berry Farm's caramel apples. Now it's time to do some scientific research in a controlled environment. So let's take these 2 bad boys home so we can do a side-by-side comparison with the Disneyland apples. Who's gonna come out on top? I don't know. We'll find out. Finally, the moment you all have been waiting for. It's time for the theme park caramel head-to-head challenge. Which apple is gonna come out on top? So the very center apples are gonna be our Disneyland apples, while on the outside is going to be the Knott's Berry Farm apples. The one on the left is our regular caramel and peanuts, while the ones on our right is gonna be our specialty apple. Now, right off the back, as comparison, you can see that the Knott's Berry Farm apples actually are a little bigger than the Disneyland apples. Now, one thing I'm going to say, Disneyland does have Knott's Berry Farm on the specialty apple, especially with the aesthetics. I mean, the presentation on the Disneyland specialty apple compared to Knott's Berry Farm apple, yeah, that's going to go to Disneyland, but aesthetics is just that. It's the outside. It's all about the taste. Now, on the right side, as we do look, the left side is the Knott's Berry Farm apple. That apple is actually bigger than the one on the right, which is the Disneyland. And let's go a little bit closer, guys. Look at the caramel comparison. As we can see on the right side, the caramel is actually starting to come off a little bit on the Disneyland right there, exposing a little bit of the greenness from the granny apple that's underneath. That caramel apple is maybe a little on the lighter side compared to the one on the left, which is Knott's Berry Farm. Now, the caramel thickness, and Knott's Berry Farm has it, dude. Like, that's a big hunk of caramel on there. I mean, that layer of caramel compared to that one is a lot thicker, and the peanuts themselves, these the Disneyland one is a little smaller, while you got the big chunky ones on the left. Now, when we go to the specialty apples, Knott's Berry Farm only has the caramel and the sprinkles on it, which is kind of slacking because Disney has some layers to it. Disney has a caramel surrounding the apple, followed by the white chocolate that you see, and then the sprinkles and everything to make it look pretty. But let's cut these bad boys open and get to the center of it and actually see the difference of the thickness of the apples. Now here's a side-by-side comparison of the caramel apples with peanuts. The one on the left is Disney, the one on the right is Knott's Berry Farm. Now Knott's Berry Farm, as you can visually see, has a way thicker layer of caramel than the Disneyland apple. Plus, if you look, bro, Knott's Berry Farm apple is a little bit bigger than the Disneyland apple. Now it's time to taste test it. Now here we go. We're going to go ahead and do Disneyland first. Disneyland apple is really good. You know some Granny Smiths are very tart? This one's not actually tart at all. Kind of has a little small sweetness to the apple. The tartness is very faint. The only thing that's kind of sad about this is the layer of caramel. Now, you do get the caramel in there. It is chewy. Now, there are a lot more peanuts on this one. Let's check out Knott's Berry Farms. So, in comparison of the apples themselves are really, really close in flavor. They both don't really have a lot of tart. It is an aftermath when it comes to the tartness on these Granny Smith apples. Both have a little sweet flavor to it. Caramel to apple ratio is going to go to Knott's Berry Farm. This one is really chewy. The caramel is a lot darker on this one. I kind of taste more molasses on the Knott's Berry Farm caramel more than I do on the Disneyland one. This is a very close one to call, very hard, because the cost for Disneyland is $7.99, while the cost for Knott's Berry Farm is $9.99. But Knott's Berry Farm's apple is bigger and it has a thicker layer of caramel. I mean, it's all coming down to the caramel on this one, because this is $2 more, but the flavor of the caramel, bro, is what's going to get me. So, Knott's Berry Farm is going to win on the caramel peanut apple. I'm going to go ahead and give Disneyland's a 6 out of 10, and I'm also going to give Knott's Berry Farm a 6 out of 10. But flavor-wise, size-wise, and caramel thickness-wise, I'm going to have to give it to Knott's Berry Farm. Now let's see who's going to win the next shootout between the specialty apples. And here we have the side-by-side comparison of the specialty apples. As you can see, Knott's Berry Farm once again has a thicker layer than Disneyland. I mean, look at that, dude. You actually have sprinkles that are stuck within that layer. I mean, you wouldn't have sprinkles stuck in that thin little layer. But you can see that Disneyland has an added layer of chocolate, which is a lot thicker than the caramel. Here's the decision maker, folks. Who's going to win the specialty one? Let's go ahead and eat the Disneyland one first. Now, once again, the apple is not very tart whatsoever. The caramel is kind of an afterthought, dude. The white chocolate takes over. Now it's Knott's Berry Farm's turn. The sprinkles. Now, Knott's Berry Farm's apple did have a little tart to it. I liked it. It wasn't that sweet at all. Now, here we go. Who's going to come out on top? What are my thoughts and reviews of the apple? Now, first off, both of those apples are priced at $12.99. Now, yes, Knott's Berry Farm's apple's bigger. You get a thicker layer of caramel. The caramel has a more rich molasses flavor to it, while the Disneyland caramel is more light and sweet. But when they're matched, $12.99, the size and caramel versus presentation and multi-layers, caramel and chocolate, I'm going to have to give it to Disney, man. On the specialty apples for $12.99, Disneyland wins. I really wish Knott's Berry Farm would have had their specialty apple that I had, the one with the caramel chocolate, and then they put the Oreo around it. I think that would have been a great contender against Disneyland's apple, but today was not the case. So it's even, bro. Knott's Berry Farm won the caramel and peanuts, and Disneyland won the specialty apples. So it's tied. How are we going to figure out a tiebreaker? I know what we have to do to break this tie. We need to have a head-to-head chicken challenge. Who has the best chicken? Knott's Berry Farm or Disneyland? That's a challenge that you're definitely not going to want to miss. So thank you to every single one of you for taking time out of your day to come and check out this video. Now thank you very much for 3,000 subscribers. This is our second day of videos, bro. I'm off tomorrow, so we'll be pumping out a third one. We're going to be doing some Disney content Wednesday and Thursday. And we will be back at the Honda Center Friday and Sunday for some more hockey, food, and maybe we'll, hey, put up your dukes to see some fighting. Well, you guys have a great day. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and go down below and subscribe. If you liked the video, give it a like, and I will catch you tomorrow for another video. Deuces!